How do you balance the need for collaboration with the need for individual accountability within the team? That's an interesting one, and I'm wondering why. Okay. What is it we're looking for from individual accountability? Whenever I hear that, unfortunately, I kind of have in my head holding their feet to the fire. Maybe that's my background. Maybe that's because that's largely when I've heard accountability. What's happened to me is you're accountable, therefore I'm really working out how to punish you when stuff goes wrong. Do we want to incentivize people into individualism? Well, no. So do we want to hold them individually accountable for success? Well, no. What I want from a team is the delivery of an outcome in the best way they can. Okay? And that might mean that somebody is doing something suboptimal for themselves. Okay? We are a goal-focused approach. We are very much outcome-focused, and you'll invariably hear these things talked about. It's really obvious when we move to sports what the outcome is. In a game of football, okay, and I'm talking proper football, not American football, it's really clear. What's the goal? To score more goals than the opposition. Therefore, everybody knows that. It's really clear it's a finite game. Okay? When the whistle goes, the final whistle goes, have you scored more? If so, you won. If not, you maybe drew, you maybe lost, but you didn't win. So everybody on that pitch is working towards that goal and only that goal. They have lots of different skills. They bring them together. Okay? But at the end of the day, your goalkeeper practices kicking a ball in the back of a net because they might need to. They don't only live at the other end of the pitch saving goals, because if they end up in a position where they're the only person who could score a goal, you want them to at least have the basic skills to try. Are they accountable for that strike? Kind of, yeah. Do we want them to feel bad or pass it to a striker because they're not sure? No, we want them to give it a go. Okay? The team will succeed or not collectively. So when we're chasing that goal, collaboration becomes easy, it becomes straightforward. How do we set each other up for success? If we want that individualism of I'm accountable for this, therefore I am going to make sure it's done correctly, that can lead to problems. That can lead to me focusing on this thing because my head's on the block for delivery of this, but actually the team knows collectively that that's the wrong place to focus. So we're going to drive interesting behaviors when we start thinking about this. Instead, look at the team. Are they delivering the outcomes? And as a team, have those difficult conversations. If I am focused too much on the wrong thing, okay, what I would like is the team to tell me that, work with me to actually drive the behaviors that make for a better team. Our role as Scrum Masters very often is to surface those conversations and facilitate. Okay? We may recognize that John is accountable for something and he's still driving that agenda forwards, even though as a team we've gone somewhere else. And of course they're going to drive it forwards because they're accountable for it and they're going to get shouted at if they don't deliver it. It's not good for the team though. And if we're working in a team, we need to think about the team first. Okay? My ideal is, to be honest, that we get rid of those individual accountabilities and we make the team accountable for its success. When we look at a football team, we don't shout at just the strikers for not scoring enough goals, we shout at everybody. Okay? Why isn't it that you didn't set it up? I'm not very good at football, but I assume the ball is going to come from the defenders through the midfield up into the forwards. Why isn't that flow working? Because you're all involved in this. Yeah, but we stopped all the goals, but you didn't help score any. Yeah, but we stopped them all. So what? Stopping goals doesn't win games. Scoring goals wins games. How is it can you do that and the other half of your job? How can you move things forwards? This is what we want to do, is be willing to have that conversation within the team. We don't need some highly paid manager to come scream at us for that. We know what success looks like. In the Scrum world, we have a sprint goal. Did we deliver it? If so, great. How can we do it better next time? If not, how is it we ended up there? How can we do it better next time? For me, I steer clear of individual accountability because it does drive individualism. It drives away from collaboration. And when we move away from collaboration, we're going to struggle to deliver these really wicked problems. We're going to struggle to work inside that complex space because most of the work that we live within is too hard for one person to think their way through, to experiment their way through. Problems are too big, they're too volatile, they're too complex. So what I would like is accountability of the team. And that way, collaboration is by its nature a good thing.